Sorry, I'm not going to sing the theme tune this week. Maybe next time. Welcome back to Premier League Predictor, the series where we predict the Premier League scores and compete against each other to see who's got the best football knowledge. As this series comes to a close, please support it as much as possible. Hit like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's see how many subscribers we can get before the end of the season. Here are my results from Gameweek 35. It's not looking pretty. I only got 3 points overall, taking my season total to 210. Yeah. It's safe to say my predictions were way off last week. So you know what? I'm going to try a new technique this week. You're going to see what it is soon. We all had a pretty duff week, but Annie did top the table once again with 9 points. That's 2 weeks in a row for her. Wilf, again, 2 weeks in a row in second place with 6 points. Marbles and Ben come in with 4 points, and then myself, Stuyben and Jacklius had 3 points at the bottom. It was a hard week to predict, and I don't see this one being any easier. If you'd like to see yourself on the leaderboard next week, all you've got to do is put your predictions in the comments down below and try your best to score as many points as possible. Leeds United under Sam Alladyce are a completely different monster, and that's why I have predicted them this week to get a result against Newcastle. I am going for 1-0 to Leeds, a home win that's going to get them away from the relegation zone. Another team that I'm going to tip yet again to get points are Southampton. I said they were going to get points last week and they failed me. It was a pretty cracking game, mind. This one is up against Fulham. Fulham, not in the best run of form, so I've gone for a Southampton win at home, 3-1. Nottingham Forest will not want to get dragged into any relegation business for the last couple of games of the season, and they are up against Chelsea. I believe if they manage to get points here, they could actually be safe from the drop. And I've pipped them to get themselves a win. I've gone for 2-1 to Nottingham Forest, away win at Chelsea. It was just a blip from Frank Lampard. He managed to get 1 win as the new Chelsea manager, but I don't think he's going to get a second. Spurs have got Europa League football literally in their grasp if they can get a result against Villa. Villa are one of the only clubs really that can take it away from them at this point. I don't think they're going to have to do the qualification rounds, Tottenham, but I'm going to pip Aston Villa to get themselves a result here. I've gone for 3-0 to Villa at home. It's their last little burst in the Premier League to see if they can get European football. Manchester United look destined to get Champions League football up until recently, where they've dropped a lot of points. They've got Liverpool sniffing at their backside right now. And I've actually pipped Wolves here to cause an upset and maybe make Manchester United fans even more shaky as the running comes in. I've put for Wolves to win 2-0 at Old Trafford, breaking what has been a very good home record for United this season. Crystal Palace and Bournemouth are very much set for mid-table mediocrity here, but I've gone for the opposite within this game. You can think it's going to be mediocre, they're not going to score many goals. Nah, let's give them 3-3. It's a draw nonetheless. I do think these two will share the points, but I think they'll be both reasonably happy to avoid the drop this season. Arsenal need some big surprises up against City if they're going to have a chance of winning this Premier League now. City, it's yours to lose, and I'm going to put you down to lose against Everton. I think Everton, with everything that they've got to fight for right now, they want to stay in the Premier League. They want to see Ben Miles cry. They're going to win. I've gone for 3-1 to Everton. It's going to be a big game. I hope you're ready to watch this one. If other teams around them perform well, West Ham could see themselves dragged back into a relegation battle. They don't want that. They're up against Brentford, and they played really well against Manchester United last week, so I've gone for West Ham to win. I've gone for 2-0 to West Ham against Brentford. They've got what's it called? The Conference League this week, I believe. I haven't seen that game yet. It happens tonight, I believe. But I think they'll come through that fine. They'll go into this tie against Brentford and they'll get themselves a 2-0 win. Now, with Everton beating Manchester City, Arsenal can get some points back and probably put themselves back in this title race if they win against Brighton. However, I've decided they're not going to. I think they'll get the chance to, and they will fumble the bag. I've gone for a 1-0 win to Brighton up against Arsenal, and it's going to completely confirm Man City as title winners. Liverpool are pushing for the Champions League and trying to snatch it from Manchester United's grasp, but they've also got a game up against the Leicester City side, who have got a lot to fight for at the bottom of the table. Because of that, you're going to see the Foxes pull off a result. I've gone for 3-1 to Leicester. It's going to be a pretty important game for both clubs. and we're hoping Leicester will stay in the Premier League. So here are my Premier League Predictor Game Week 36 predictions. We've got Leeds United to beat Newcastle 1-0, Southampton to win 3-1 against Fulham, Nottingham Forest to get an away win at Chelsea, Aston Villa to win 3-0 against Spurs, Wolves to win 2-0 against Manchester United, Crystal Palace and Bournemouth to draw 3-3, Everton to beat Manchester City 3-1, we've got Brentford to lose 2-0 to West Ham, we got Brighton to win away from home 1-0 at Arsenal, and we got Leicester City to win 3-1 against Liverpool. So there we go, there are my very well thought out predictions for the Premier League in Game Week 36. Let me know what you think of my predictions in the comments down below. Remember to get your predictions down there as well for a chance to be on our subscriber leaderboard next week. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and like the video if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, I got bored of predicting this week. I did something a little bit different with this video. Can anyone guess what it was? Premier League Predictor.